listening to Modern Male Radio with Jerod Zavistoski, right here on LA Talk Radio.
What's up, everybody? I'm your host, Jerod Zavistoski, and you're listening to Modern Male Radio. This is all the stuff your mama should have told you and the shit your daddy never knew. And joining me tonight, we've got some special guests. We've got the Blue Ranger, Najee. I can't even pronounce it. I have such a hard time pronouncing the guest names. And Marine Scout Sniper, police officer, and trainer at Sierra Element, Victor Lopez.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, we got to get you in the mic, though. For our folks out there that can't hear a word.
All right.
Cool. So how you guys doing?
I'm good. It's a
you.
Great day today, and
Awesome.
went on 3 auditions today. So this is
Nice.
It's a nice little end to the day.
Was there any ass kicking involved in those auditions?
You know, actually, no. Ironic. I actually ran into the Green Ranger. It always sounds funny when I say stuff like that, but I actually coincidentally did run into the Green Ranger.
So wait, there are a whole bunch of you guys, right? Because there's decades old of like Rangerness.
Yeah.
And then there's actual movies and spinoffs that they did.
Yeah. Whenever I talk about other Rangers, I'm always talking about my own season because there's like different seasons, and we know of them, but it's not like I wouldn't say that we all. Well, no, we do. We all hang out. Yeah, we all hang out too.
Nod.
I take that back. I take that back. Yeah, but I mostly refer to my own season.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So you were on the TV show or the movie?
The TV show. It's Power Rangers Super Samurai is the correct season name, and they had, seasonal specials. They had a video game for Xbox and the Wii, and then.
And you were on the video game.
Yeah.
So you have a video game character of you running around kicking ass.
Cool.
That's fucking awesome.
The cool. Well, there's a couple cool things that I like. That are small. And I'm just like, oh, that's kind of cool. But one thing is that we actually get they made a cartoon version of me, like a comic book version of me, pretty much.
What?
And it's just funny to just see like the way. How they're drawn. Like if somebody drew you, you're just like, I wonder how they drew me, on my nose, my hair, etc. So it's just funny to like just look at yourself in a cartoon version, because they made comic books too for kids, little scholastic books too, which is kind of cool. And it's awesome. You see, most of the time we don't even know, like. That it's been made. It's the only time we see it is when a fan brings it up to us to sign it, like at a Comic-Con or something.
Oh wow! So you guys don't get residuals. You guys don't even get sent the fucking shit.
Well, we do, but it's one of those things where like we have to ask or we have to inquire about it. It's not like they don't. There's not a guy hired.
So like, hey, by the way, we made a mold of you in plastic. We've sent it out to 1 million kids, but we can't send you one.
Yeah, well,
basically.
no, they can't send us. They can't send us.
No,
one.
they can, but they don't. They didn't remember to
They
do
don't.
that.
Yeah, it's they got it's a big company. They got 1 million things going on, and
they're just stamping people's faces and likeness all day.
Yeah,
It's like this Power Ranger, that Power Ranger.
Yeah.
Fuck them.
Yeah, it's a job. It's
I bet
work.
Justin Bieber got sent his toy.
Oh, you think so?
I bet it was signed.
Oh shit!
Is there a Justin Bieber toy?
I can curse on here, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
You can curse as much as you want.
Okay, cool.
This is Modern Male motherfucking radio.
Yeah.
I always get so fucking hot in here. I swear to God. I come in here with a jacket, and I lose it like 5 minutes into the show.
But there's no girls in here, so.
It's the light. It's the lights.
Yeah.
Speaking of, so we have a sponsor called Flora's Oath, and they send us awesome flowers to give to ladies.
Oh, nice.
And both of our guests happen to get these awesome flowers. You guys can hold them up real quick.
Oh yeah.
So it's cool because every show they've got so many different products that every show we get to show off something new, and these are just awesome. Yeah. And they're not super expensive. They're so special and awesome. Yeah, I think these go for like $200.
Oh wow.
But for a special occasion, or I mean. It doesn't always have to be a special occasion, guys. You could just give your lady some flowers. Make it a special occasion.
Yeah.
Or, it's on one of those days when she's, like, really mad at you. Then you're going to get laid after, which is awesome.
Yep.
You can have that anger sex.
I can definitely use a couple of these. What's their name again one more time?
They're called Flora's Oath.
Flora's Oath. Okay, Flora's Oath.
FLORASOATH. And you can find them at florasoath.com.
Okay.
And, just I'm sure they'll send you some more.
Yeah.
Some more flowers.
I'll definitely get some.
Awesome.
Cool. So
for
Victor,
you, baby.
Victor and I go way back. We used to
way back.
train together at World Muay Thai Gym in Santa Clarita under Pong Santa Kyoten. And I used to joke around that, you know, I'm one of the only people that anybody's ever met that actually got to punch a cop and get away with it.
Yeah, a few times, huh?
We've rung each other's bells more than I could possibly imagine or count or recall. Which is why I'm so slow today, guys. You can thank Victor.
Right.
He's such a fantastic friend, just beating the crap out of poor me. Yeah, so Victor, fill us in. Who are you? What do you do? And what's going on?
Well, I am a Marine Corps Scout Sniper. I have about 20 years
There you go.
experience as a Marine Corps Scout Sniper. I'm also a law enforcement officer, and I own Sierra Element Tactical Firearms Training.
Okay, cool. So you gotta start implementing that American Sniper, because the American Sniper thing, and then you and the whole movie. I was thinking of you. I was like, God, he did that shit.
Yeah, I'd like to get into that, but
Yeah.
sniping is one of those things like maybe everybody doesn't need to know this stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, we saw what happened in DC Sniper, and he just knew a little bit. He wasn't even really that well trained. I see maybe for hunters I can kind of see, but to get really deep in depth and call my course a sniper course, I really only
Oh no! I wasn't.
Right.
I wasn't even relating it to your course. Just in general, you're a sniper, and American Sniper just came out,
Oh,
and
yes.
that I'm sure that there was some good stuff.
I did get a lot of emails about I want to go to your sniper course right after that movie, and I was like, okay, maybe I need to rethink this. But it's definitely a skill that takes some patience and
Yeah, like some
yeah,
serious
yeah,
patience.
definitely.
You gotta sit there and stare through the scope. Like nobody ever talks about that. You only ever see the exciting parts where he's like, "Oh, I got him."
Yeah.
But nobody sees the 18 hours you were
Yep.
sitting there staring through that. You know.
And what I get a lot, and I know most of it's a joke, is like, no, I've shot long ranges before. I could have been a sniper in the Marine Corps. Oh, really? Okay, that's cool. You know, a lot of people can shoot far. The easy part, I got to say, is the shooting.
Mm-hmm.
That is the easy part. What makes it so difficult is the operations that you have to do, the stalking, the camouflage, and essentially controlling a team, controlling air support, controlling your insert and extract with pilots.
Yeah.
So you have a multitude of things you're thinking about. The easy part is when you get to your spot and you can shoot.
Yeah, pulling that trigger.
Yeah, so.
How do you? Sorry.
Yeah, no, go for it. Go
I just
for
had
it.
a question. Like, how do you? I know that because one thing that they, because in American Sniper they really like expanded all the, you know, the feelings of a sniper and what they have to think about and what what they need to do and what they shouldn't do, all that other stuff. And I was just wondering, when you are posted up, how do you not? I mean, how do you feel? Can you get sniped if somebody caught you setting up and then you get picked off really easily?
I've wondered about that.
You know, because sniping is obviously from a very
Do they have sniper wars? Is there like this sniper? Like, does that exist?
It does exist.
Yeah.
Oh,
How do you, if an area, that you're sniping at, what if they already have, snipers set up before your area set up? Because obviously,
Well,
you know what I mean?
we happened to have this situation in Ramadi in 2009 when I was there. There was an Iraqi sniper that was shooting some of the troops. So we had a task force, just our platoon of 27 guys. And what you do, what the saying is, it takes a sniper to catch a sniper. So if I'm a sniper, I know where I'm going to hide in a room.
Yeah.
So I look to those spots where I would be if they're trained.
Yeah.
I mean, any Yahoo with a gun can climb up somewhere and say, I'm a sniper, look at me, okay?
Yeah.
But if we have someone trained, we're looking for those little things that we would do. So that's kind of how you have to essentially game the game.
Yeah.
That's fascinating. It's fascinating and it's terrifying, but
Yeah, the security doesn't fit too. It's like, where's the security, man?
It's they
From a
bumped up
distance.
the teams.
Okay.
It used to be like during the initial war, our tactics were still based off of Vietnam, which it was one shooter, one spotter, go. You know, when you do that at night and it's just you two against the world, you start to think like, maybe we shouldn't break up our team. Maybe we should stay together. We need this firepower. So the rules of engagement changed a little bit, and our tactics changed from 5 to 6. So now we have more firepower. So essentially, you get your mission. You're going to watch this area, or you're going to take out this target. You get your mission. You'll go out, and it's 6 of you against the world.
Yeah, it's better than 2.
Yeah, it's definitely better than 2.
Yeah.
So
that's crazy. Oh my God, there must be. Yeah, I can see how the nerves would kind of rack up on you. You're literally creeping up as close as you can get. You're going to point a gun at this person who you have to shoot from far away because he's so well guarded. And then you have to run the fuck out of there.
Right.
And hope, hope and pray. So that's incredible. And I'm sure, I know that sniping is not a part of your course, but one of the cool things that Victor's doing right now is taking all of that military training, not specifically with the sniping, but some of the other really cool stuff that people can learn in the military, and actually making a combat course for civilians to kind of go through and learn, definitely. Get a military kind of experience. And that's something that, I've always wanted to do. I never wanted to join the military, but I think that going through boot camp would be awesome. You could gain a lot from that. And I've always wanted to learn and play with their toys, for sure.
Yeah, I agree.
So tell me about the program.
Okay, so we kind of do an evaluation. We kind of do an evaluation of the candidate.
Okay.
And then we lay out certain aspects based upon what you tell us.
Okay.
And then we teach you some skills, and then evaluate you throughout that. And we're constantly, checking the box. Okay, decisive thinking, check. Leadership, no go.
Okay.
Let's say good judgment, having good judgment. Yeah, you didn't show good judgment. Endurance, obviously your physical fitness, maybe that may be something.
So this is way more than just shooting a gun.
Oh, much more. Articulation.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so a lot of people want to own a firearm
these
days, especially when President Obama got elected. Everyone thought he was going to take away the firearms. So I worked at my friend's shop during that whole little Sandy Hook deal. Ooh. And people were buying guns every day, all day, from morning to night.
Jesus, yeah.
It was full the whole time. And I'll never forget this for the rest of my life. A guy bought an AR-15. I brought it out. He had already purchased it, already his 10 days, and he looks at it and he says, "Since I don't know my ass from the hole in the ground, tell me what I just bought." Ooh. And then it really clicked.
Yeah.
Other than me just showing people how to shoot, I need to explain to them a little bit more of what they're encountering.
Yeah.
And the types of people there are out there. And when you decide to do this, you better be sure you're ready to do it.
Yeah, and that's it's funny because that's how this all ties in. You might be wondering why a gun specialist and then martial artist. I mean, and you're a martial artist as well. I've trained Krav Maga with you and Penjak Salat, and we've cut a little bit of Kali, a little bit of Eskrima. We've done a whole bunch of stuff together. But
I think that in jiu-jitsu.
What's that?
Broke your hand in jiu-jitsu.
Oh yeah. That was exciting.
Caro Parisian, remember that?
Yeah. I remember Caro. He was dope. I actually really like Caro. But back to martial arts and why they matter. Because it's funny, when MMA came out and it got really big and people could easily see it, you had a lot of people running around fighting and abandoning all of the discipline and all the stuff that matters, acting like complete jackasses because they saw it on TV. And I feel like it could be the same in the weapons community or whatever. It's the stuff behind that matters so much. And I think that martial arts as an art form, I mean, you've taken you've taken a lot of traditional martial arts, yeah?
Yeah. Mixed martial arts.
Okay. I saw the Bruce Lee pose. I was like, okay, got some JKD there.
Yeah.
Have to have that.
But
That's
these
funny.
things for self-development are great. I mean, I would always I would encourage anybody to take up martial arts because your confidence goes through the roof. But when you're actually in martial arts and you're actually banging with real guys, you become much more centered. You don't have as much to prove anymore. You're not going to get into a fight. And when you do, hey, at least you safely knocked him out, You guys didn't end up stomping each other's faces in or, some such thing. So to add on that, we've got all of the awesome, learn how to shoot a pistol and take it from somebody. So I think it's like the step up. It's like the step that everybody's looking for. So there's hand-to-hand combat, and then there's the weapon stuff. And I browsed through your course. I actually put it. My course is actually, or his course is actually in my coaching program. It's right when it came out, I was like, this is awesome. I want to do this so bad.
We're waiting.
Yeah, I know. I gotta make a move to get there and do that. That's embarrassing. So what do you think, Najee?
I just went paintballing last week, and your course seems pretty cool. So I think I'm gonna come and take it at some point. I went paintballing for the first time, probably like a week ago.
Paintballing's fun. Yeah.
Hollywood Sports, they're pretty awesome, and it's definitely it's an experience, because you definitely don't want to get hit by those paintballs.
No.
So, you just kind of like take what you learn from games and.
Now imagine if you actually got to like capture the person and take their gun from them and learn how to do it, because that's what you guys teach, right? Mm-hmm. You guys teach like how to actually so break it down because this is exciting.
Okay, we have several courses. We do incorporate Krav Maga into it, and obviously that's with not a real firearm. It's with a rubber gun, and so we do teach in our courses the fundamentals of marksmanship. We teach safety. And then we'll teach you how to shoot the gun.
Okay.
And then once you're solid with that, then we teach you the gun takeaways.
Okay.
And then once you get all that, we put you through a drill where you're doing gun takeaways and punches, strikes.
Oh, that's so awesome.
And then you run to another station and you engage targets. So it simulates that you took the gun out of someone after being involved in a conflict. Now you're engaging them.
Wow.
With that same gun?
With that same gun.
Okay.
I don't think that I'm not sure if there's anything like that exists besides this course.
I don't think so.
And it's open to the public.
It is open to the public.
Where's it located?
Los Angeles.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys have are they pop-ups? You guys have them wherever, or is there like a specific training course? They have to go through your website, right? Sierra
Yeah,
Element?
they'd have to go to sierraelement.com. For the most part, we're at Burro Canyon out of Azusa. So it's just east here, about 45 minutes.
Okay.
And then we have Angeles Range,
Okay.
where we do some courses as well. And then we'll be possibly moving into the valley as well for some courses.
That's cool. So, and I'm sure every time you go through the course, you would get better and better and better. And it's crazy because, it's crazy to think that you've actually been in situations like that. It's crazy to think that, you've through real combat training and, police and whatnot, all of the stuff that you've encountered, you've actually had to use those skills.
Yeah, it is crazy to think that, but
yeah, like,
I mean, it's
real.
It's real. I don't want to say it's life because it's not most people's life, but it is my life.
Yeah. And I mean, it must be like, so much different because that's completely 100% real and very scary. And then you kick flying monsters' asses. No.
Yeah.
I didn't want to propose it like that.
No. I mean,
the Power
comedically, I
Rangers
thought it
aren't
was
real?
funny.
No, they're not. I'm sorry. My whole childhood has been ruined.
There's kids listening.
No, dude, because I remember when I was a kid, I loved the Power Rangers. And I think I wanted to be the Red Ranger. I don't know. I think, or maybe it was the Green Ranger.
I did too.
And then
Red's
grew
awesome.
up to become one.
Yeah.
So how is it like, with the stunts on stage or I'm sorry, on set? You guys,
How is
it like? I mean, are you guys
Just
like?
how was the whole
Are people getting hurt a lot? Are there? I mean, you guys got to get pretty close.
Why don't I take you through a general week or day?
Okay.
Yeah. So When we first booked Power Rangers, they put us through a Power Rangers boot camp training course. I remember we had to wake up really early. I think it was like 6 a.m. or something. But we had to wake up at 5 to be there by 6. And then we would stay from 6 to 12. And our stunt team, I think they flew in from Japan. Don't exactly know. Don't kill me. But
there's nothing worse than calling an Asian
another
member of the Asian race.
Bro. It's one of them.
I'm not Japanese. I'm Korean, you motherfucker.
Yeah, they're really nice. It's just, So they flew in from over there, and they're called Alpha Stunts. They're really awesome.
Okay.
There definitely was a language barrier. They didn't learn English for us. They, just learned a little of the basics, so it was definitely a language barrier. Anyways, we went through.
Sounds like Ponglish.
Yeah.
I'm not give shit, man. You motherfucker.
we generally knew they're very helping, so we generally knew what they were talking about. But like outside of for work, we knew what they were saying. But outside of work, like, hey, how's the kids? No. Punch? Oh, never mind. So. But yeah, it was fun. They would teach us martial arts. They would teach us stunt training.
Had you any martial arts experience before that?
Yeah, a little bit. I feel like after was when I really gained my martial arts training. Before was just general martial arts. Before you don't have to be a supreme martial artist before booking Power. I get that question all the time.
Yeah, I was wondering.
My kid's been taking martial arts for 7 years. Do you think he could, audition? What's the years? I'm just like, it literally has nothing to do with it. Well, it does, but the core of it is acting.
Yeah, okay.
At the end of the day, they could hire a real martial artist and just shoot over the shoulder for those fight scenes, realistically. But if you have martial arts background, that is a plus. So we took the training, and then by the way, it filmed in New Zealand, so we left all the way from Los Angeles, packed our stuff up.
Tomorrow we go.
Yeah, I remember we found out we got booked on Thursday or Friday. No, we found out. I think I should have wrote this down, but I think we found out on Thursday that we got booked, and then on Friday I went to no. I found out the same day. Now I remember. Okay, so we left Monday. That's how quick we left. Is what I'm trying to say.
I was wondering where that turnaround was going to come.
Yeah. Sorry.
There it is.
Sorry. Put it like this. We left in like 3 days after we got booked. It's like you got your bags. You guys paid off your month. For your lease. Like we have to move for a year and a half. So.
Oh wow, yeah, you had to live down there for a year and a half.
That's what I did. That's the importance of it is like it was just so quick of a drastic all right, we're auditioning for this for the show. We went in like 3 times. It was going for like a week and a half, 2 weeks, and then they would let us know like during the last audition call that if you get booked, you will leave in like 3 days. Make sure. Prepare to leave.
Yeah.
So that's what we did. And I had to get. I was one of the people.
It's like 100 people prepared to leave.
It was funny because before it was one of those things where like we were all in the room and they were like, okay, so cool. So everybody signed the waivers. Yes. Everybody said this. Everybody signed that. Okay, cool. Does everybody have a passport? I was one of the people that was just like, yeah, but like,
nope.
No, I don't have a fucking passport.
I can tell you what you did Friday.
Yeah. Oh man, that's my next thing that I was gonna say. Is like, man, imagine getting booked for something and like not being able to do it because you told
didn't have
a
a
small
passport.
white lie. Like, I could get one right now, but can you give me a couple days? So I had to figure out how to get a passport expedited quick.
Yeah.
Because
if you have your plane tickets booked, you can go in and get it the next day. I've done that. They'll expedite it the same day.
Yeah,
but
it's not cheap either, though.
But that what he said. But there was a trick to it because, put it like this, we tried that. I'm telling you, we tried 3 or 4 different ways, and it was not working. And then I forgot something my mom did. She just said an idea, and I forgot what it was. It had something to do with the production, sending a letter to the passport people to expedite it, and it was something like that. But
Sounds
I
very
didn't think of
complicated.
it. Yeah. So for 2 days, I'm like pulling my hair out because they said that I couldn't have it till Thursday of next week, and I'm like, my flight's on Monday, and I cannot call production and be like, hey man, I'm the guy that you booked for Blu-ray, right? Okay, cool. So I don't have a passport, but I can have one by Thursday. Is there any way? So it was like bad. So we fixed it before the time for the deadline.
How'd you feel when you got your suit on? Like for the first time, when you got the Blue Ranger suit, you're ready to go. You step up on stage, and you're like, dun 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 dun.
Fast forward. That was fun. We learned how to become a Power Ranger, and then I felt like it was very chaotic. Like it wasn't as organized as you would think. Like I don't know.
And who is the production company?
Yeah, I know. They're awesome though. We love you, but we could step up.
Just gonna mute his mic right now, guys.
Yeah, we could step up the organization. Just as far as like this, being a new thing for us. Just New Zealand. Our first it's like our biggest role. It's like our Nickelodeon. It's just first for everything.
No customs courtesies, no training on that, or just go.
Exactly. So
did little kids like run up in the streets and kick you or try and fight with you? Does that ever happen?
No, that happened.
That happened last week.
It never happened. But there was this one kid that was like joking around a little bit too much. It was at like a high school celebrity basketball game that I did, and he was like joking around like we should fight. You're a Power Ranger. I was like, no.
Lawsuit.
Yeah. You know what I mean? I was like, no.
So bad.
And then I like left. But no, that's the type of stuff never happens. But the suit is awesome. When we tried it on, it was really, it fits to your skin. Like think of like a Spider-Man suit. Mm-hmm. Now it's just like really tight and he just looks like it's the same. It's made of like I don't know the material that it's made of, but it's like really, it just fits. And if you've been working out. Your arms look nice and big.
Just all fucking jacked up.
Yeah. It's morphing time.
So wait, so you guys went out there, you guys had to film, and then how long until you guys actually like get to see the footage? Like, are the episodes airing while you're in New Zealand?
Man, no.
Yeah, so I didn't figure.
That's why I said remember that comment I said about organization? Yeah. So it was like so like tipsy topsy to where that we would not have an idea because like you said before, we would fight these big rubber monsters.
Mm-hmm.
There is no big rubber monsters there for us, so we have to like really just act it.
You're destroying me.
Yeah,
you're just like real. Kicking air.
It's a lot of you have to pretend like what is going on. Like they have to explain it very detailed. And for me, I was definitely the one that would always have them just re-explain it. Okay, because it's very specific. All this because they're doing green screen and stuff, and you just really want to be in character and like look the right way, and you have to know exactly what's happening overall because they'll just tell you go here and put your finger here and that's it. But it's like you want to know what happens so you know how to do it, because you have to just ask the extra question, man.
Because it's crazy because that's everything. Like there's literally there's something covering your face. You're in a spandex suit, so it's literally how you push that button. Yeah, it matters.
I want it to look cool.
You gotta push that button.
I don't know. You know what I mean? I remember the first day we went into like the set. I remember it was our morphing sequence. Like they had us come in, put our suit on, and like it's like you see Power Rangers?
Like put the belt on.
And by the way, when they filmed that one time, it happened. We don't refilm it each episode. It's that one clip. And all they do is just insert it each episode. So I feel like that's pretty important to know.
Yeah.
But nobody wants to tell me, So when you morph this time, it's gonna be your morph for the rest of the. I would have did it a little bit more cooler. I like my morph anyway, but I'm just saying like. I remember the day, it was like really early, and I was just, I don't know, I just did it, but I would have put a little bit more into it if I knew. So you have to ask the directors, you got to ask everybody, the specifics.
So you went down there, you filmed 1.5 years of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Power Rangers Samurai.
Oh, Power Rangers Samurai.
There's so many different seasons.
I'm sorry, I was part of the Mighty.
It's like gangs and
I
hoods.
started watching it when the Green Ranger was introduced. I remember that. That was like my decade. Yeah. I was like, oh, wow, da-da-da. And then all of a sudden there's a Green Ranger. And then then the series got kind of weird and the monsters became a little bit weirder.
It went down.
Yeah. So a year and a after that, are you still on as a Power Ranger officially, or was that just like a boom, you did everything, and then now you're moving on to other stuff?
I feel like that is what it is right now. Is that I did it. It really launched my career, and I've already done good movies past Power Rangers, and am just moving my brand in a good direction. I feel like Power Rangers jump started it, and they're awesome. They got me out there, but I don't want to be a Power Ranger. Let me rephrase that. I would like to be a Power Ranger for the rest of my life, but I also would like to do really cool other roles too. Just branch out and just be an overall brand, in itself.
Yeah.
So,
that's cool. They could have cast you for Daredevil. That would have been perfect.
Daredevil just came out. Have you seen it?
Oh my God, it's amazing.
Really?
Yeah, the show on Netflix.
I look at superheroes as their powers, and I'm just trying to feel the superhero-ness, and he's blind. I don't know.
Yeah. The blind part kind of threw me for a bit.
What could he do?
Okay, have you seen it yet? Any of the episodes?
No, I've seen the movie with Ben Affleck.
No. Okay, so the movie with Ben Affleck was like the most horrible, god-awful thing ever. It made us all want to fucking cry.
Okay, as he's in Batman now.
Yeah, which
is the Batman.
Which is a very, very weird correlation there.
Yeah, he's two superheroes. What the fuck?
Oh, and the first one, he didn't do such a good job. Just saying. Sorry, Ben. No, but... the Daredevil, it was.
I could see the Flash.
You know what? Daredevil was Banshee meets. It was like Banshee meets Batman.
Okay.
It was like it had that really dark undertone, and it's like Banshee, where literally like there are episodes where there's 60 minutes of ass whooping, and you're like, how is this guy not dead yet? And I mean, like, there's just so much blood and fucking awesomeness and ass kicking and
really.
Yeah.
How many episodes have you watched?
I watched the whole season in one day.
How many is that?
Like 12.
Oh, okay.
Or 14 or something.
And how many out of 5? 1 out of 5. What would you give it?
Like a 9.7.
Is it that good? Wow.
No, I mean, I give it like right under Game of Thrones. But the reason I actually watched it was because it got a rating that was higher than Game of Thrones. And I was like, how in the world did you manage to do this?
What?
And I watched it, and I was like, okay, it's not as good as Game of Thrones, but it's very close.
Yeah.
It's like definitely better than Vikings.
Wow.
I don't know. I have a whole little roster of shows I watch. I don't.
I'll actually check it out. I'll actually check it out now.
Yeah, you got to. I'm gonna get a tweet later. It's gonna be Jared. No fucking way. The show rocks, and I'm gonna be like, yeah.
He keeps popping up on my little Netflix like most popular because I look at Netflix in the little popular section.
Oh yeah, Netflix is about to replace cable.
I can see that.
Netflix original series are killing it, and they're so much better than and you get to watch them all at once, which is awesome. So, cool. Back to martial arts stuff and the stuff that matters.
We're on Netflix too, by the way.
Oh, the Power Rangers.
Sorry.
We should. They should incorporate Sierra Element into the Power Rangers training program, and that way we can have some.
Some explosions.
Well, what I was saying was that you can watch our full episodes, just from all 12 episodes one day. I'm just playing.
It's funny.
You'll hate me by the end
I
of the
would feel
week.
bad for not watching any of the episodes, but he didn't even know that the show was filmed. When he shows up, he's like, so wait, are we going to be on camera? And I'm like,
No, I was ready, though. I came ready.
Which is always a good idea. It's funny. So many of the
exchange.
guests show up, and they have no idea what they showed up for. They're just like, hi.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Radio show. Okay.
Yeah.
But so I think that the most important thing with the reason why I brought these two guys on here, guys, is because martial arts had a profound impact on my life. And, I had been on and off in martial arts my whole life, but it wasn't until I did Muay Thai and I got hit in the face and I learned so many different things from that. I learned control. And it wasn't like the black belt kind of control where like you spent your life in martial arts and you're like, yeah. And you're like, I could kick your ass, I'm a black belt, but I'm not going to do that. It's like I've actually taken thousands and thousands of punches to the face and I've thrown hundreds and hundreds of kicks.
So that's why you look like that.
Yeah.
That's why you look like that,
dude. I used to be really ugly, and then I just I got beat into beauty,
and then the swellingness came down, and you got beat into beauty.
Actually, most of it's Victor's fault. I think you and I probably sparred more than anybody else at that gym.
Yeah, we were. At the time, there was only sometimes 2 people at the gym.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Just you and I.
And you were the only guy that was even close to my size. Everybody else was like 155.
Yeah.
Or, I'm sorry, 135. The little Asians. Lots of little Asians than me and Victor.
Godzilla.
So, that had such an impact on my life. I was able to get a lot of aggression out of frustration. For me, that was very much like meditation or therapy. That helped me so much. So when guys are watching this and stuff, I feel like there are other things that could give that to you, but I really want to stress, I'd been in martial arts forever, but it was actual like Muay Thai, it was boxing, it was something it was real contact that really made the difference, and jiu-jitsu as well. But there's something in that that's like surfing or dirt biking for some people, like what they need to exercise that and get that out. And people always ask me like, how could you get hit in the face? And I'm like, just envision you're on a dirt bike and you're hauling ass through this trail and your adrenaline's pumping and you're swerving this way and that way. I'm like, that's what I feel when I'm in the ring. Like I love that, and I think that men need that.
Yeah, most definitely. It's exciting.
Yeah,
everyone wants excitement in their life.
Everyone wants.
It is exciting.
Everyone wants to get hit in the face.
But more than exciting, I mean, I think that there's something so necessary for males to kind of get into that. I really. Football or something, and you'll notice a difference between men who've played sports and men who haven't. You mention a fight and they get, they're like, whoa, that guy, and it's like, and then, the guy that's gotten hit in the face before because he's like, let him come.
Let him come.
Yeah. So, I mean, and it's, I really want to stress the difference between it, being an aggressive, violent, archaic, and brutal thing, and it just being like good as a man to be out there and be more manly and be doing those things, that produce manliness, and it goes along with self-development. You're pushing your body, you're pushing yourself, you're training your mind to react quicker. You're actually hitting something in the face that you like. Which teaches you a lot about yourself, and the camaraderie there is unrivaled. So I don't know. I would always push martial arts on folks. I think that it's important for men's self-development, and I also think that the confidence that you gain from doing something like that reflects in your everyday life. It reflects on how you treat people. It reflects on how you handle situations. It reflects on how you treat women too. And let me tell you a story about having that kind of cardio. Actually, let my ex-girlfriends tell you a story about that. See Najee over there.
TMI.
Oh. Speaking of which, you guys are definitely getting late tonight. I hope you did your cardio before coming.
With this?
Yes.
Yes, we will.
Yeah.
These are beautiful.
So, did you have a lot of martial arts training before the show, or just a little bit? Now that I've made it a point to tell everybody how much I value martial arts.
Yeah. I definitely encourage and any public speaking position that, because we go to events and we do a lot of public speaking to kids. I always make it a point, definitely get your kids into martial arts. Definitely it helps them grow up and become more mature as young adults, and it teaches them things that they need. To be a man, or if it's a girl, it teaches them things, that they just need to know, as a young adult, growing up. And
I've often
in the world,
there's an attraction factor there too, because it's really about functionality. So I've noticed that some of the girls that I've dated have actually made comments about they can actually tell if a guy can fight or not because of the way he moves, the way he walks. There's kind of a predatory nature there, or not there's a fluid cat-like thing going on there. And I think that women can see that. And it's funny because I didn't know the difference. I would be in a relationship and I'd be like, okay, well, I could very easily look like that guy, or I could very easily look like that guy. What would you prefer? Because, I mean, you got to look at me. I'm cool with either one. And there have been so many times where I was about to get like super buff. And I was like, I'm going to go hit the weights for a year. I'm going to come back. I'm going to look like fucking Superman. And every girl I've ever dated just said, stop, don't do it. And one of the things, because you want them to have a little bit of meat, or do you want them to have a little bit of meat because it makes you feel like you don't have as much meat? Yeah.
Realization. Right.
Correct. Sorry, I'm going on one today. Cool. So it's crazy because we've been talking about what you guys have been promoting the whole show, but we're at that time now where we're going to ask you, what do you guys got? What are you working on? Where are you going? What have you got to promote? Where can people find you? That's a lot of whys. What have you got to promote? Where can people find you?
I have my website, sierraelement.com. Right now, I'm working with some stuntmen. And we have a course called Stunt Gunning, and it's for actors and stuntmen to get more efficient with firearms. And
That's
then
some
I
shit
have,
you can put on your resume.
a stuntman that's actually well known in the industry. He's worked on a lot of major motion pictures, so he's doing some of the choreography for it to teach people that want to get into the industry already in some of the things that you need to take yourself to the next level.
Yeah, we got to do a kiddies course, so there's like no repeat of Sandy Hook. Like, like just teach 8th grade or what was that? 5th graders, 3rd graders. I don't know what grade it was.
Yeah, let's not have that happen again.
Yeah, we should just teach them all how to, like, if they knew how to take guns from people and shoot them back, it would have been. Yeah. It could have been differently. But it's crazy because I love the actual practical application, like the doing it again and again and again, because that's the thing. And I've told people this 100 times. I'm like, you can train, you can sit there, and you can do as much karate as you want, but until you've kicked a person or hit a person, you're not gonna know how to do it in real life. It doesn't work that way. So it's like people end up getting this false idea of what's gonna work, and they're like, well, I've taken Krav Maga, so if this happens, I'll do this. And I'm like, have you ever actually done that on a person with a gun or moving,
And it's the same thing in the firearms industry. Someone will purchase a firearms, a weapon. They'll go to the range, and they shoot behind a table. Mm-hmm. And I've had friends try and promote my company to them, and he said, well, I go to the range all the time. I don't need to come to training. Okay, in my training, you move. You communicate, you shoot, and you think about why you're shooting, and you articulate why you just shot. Okay?
While you're shooting.
While you're shooting.
Oh, that's hard.
During and after. So you're communicating with a partner. We just had a course last month where you actually were with a partner, and the hardest part for everyone was the communication.
Yeah, no, I could see how that would be very hard.
It's like, hey, I'm reloading, I'm changing magazines. Hey, I'm stuck. Hey, I can't go that way. There's something blocking my path. And people would sit there and they'd fire, and they'd look at it, and they wouldn't tell their partner because they weren't thinking about how am I going to articulate, hey, I can't come over there right now, because they're so involved with the shooting.
So it teaches you to be very, very aware at the time of
and describing. So we'll give them a situation. We'll show him a target on a piece of paper, and then what he had to do was tell his partner exactly the description of the target, and that partner had to run down range and find that target that he was explaining to him.
Oh, wow.
That was the most difficult part for them. It wasn't the shooting, it wasn't the moving. It was communication, much like relationships. Sometimes all coming back.
And that's how we circle it around at Modern Male Radio. I did not pay him to say that. That's perfect. So they can find you at sierraelement.com.
Yes.
sierraelement.com, and you can find them on, Twitter? Are you guys on Twitter?
No.
Instagram. Yeah. Who the fuck uses Twitter?
I agree.
Yeah.
As I'm finna announce my Twitter right now. As I'm finna announce it right now.
Najee uses Twitter.
Yeah.
And Facebook.
Yeah.
Does anyone use that?
Facebook changed their algorithm, so it lost a lot of people. What they did was, instead of seeing all your friends, you're only allowed to see about 500 of the friends that you interact with. So it became very, very irritating because people are actually less socially connected because they're not seeing all of their friends on there.
Okay. And Yelp. We're on Yelp.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yelp. They're equally as bad in a completely different way. I don't blame them. I mean, when companies scale like that, I guess there are certain things that have to, certain problems that would arise. But I still Instagram, and I actually do use Twitter. I'm joking. I have a great Twitter.
Someone show me how to use it, please.
They're gonna unverify you. They're gonna be like, "Oh, we heard
this motherfucker."
Give us that blue check back.
I still haven't gotten my blue check yet.
Oh, okay. Well,
Because
you're definitely not going to get one now.
You can't request. You can't like be like, hey, could you verify me? You have to have like an agency do it, or you have to become so famous that like people are actually starting to imitate you.
Yeah.
So once you get like 4 or 5 stalker profiles up and you complain a few times, then I think maybe you get a check. Mm-hmm. But yeah, normally you have to be in entertainment of some kind in order to get the verified blue check. But it's a really big deal. Like I've had people call me up and be like, dude, I got my blue check. You have no fucking idea how excited. I'm like, yeah, no, I know how excited you are. Like my old co-host, he got his blue check while he was on the show. And he was like, I got my blue check.
Nice.
And I'm like, where's my blue check? Well, he was on a reality show during the show.
Okay.
So while he was on Modern Male Radio, his reality show was airing. It's called Friends to Lovers. It was the most horrible show on planet Earth.
But he got a blue check, though.
Exactly.
Hey.
Exactly. See, it wasn't that bad.
About a week ago.
It's actually the show that Greg Plitt died on, bodybuilder.
I'm sorry?
The bodybuilder, Greg Plitt. I just assumed everybody knew him because all of a sudden everybody's like, oh, this bodybuilder died. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. And then I looked him up and I was like, oh, I was going to have him on the show. How interesting.
Never heard of him.
He died before he could come, which is so sad. Anyways, back to your Twitter. Where do people find you?
Yes. Yeah. I have all different forms of social media. Just kind of like spell it out, say it.
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. You can find me on Twitter, which is at Najee Detiege. Najeedetiege. I got Instagram, which is Blue Rizzy, Blue Rizzy. Facebook is Facebook/actor Detiege, actor Detiege, and yeah, I have a YouTube page. It's the Blue Samurai Power Ranger channel. I think that's the name of it. And it just has a whole bunch of videos and clips and promotional things from all the appearances that we've done, being Power Rangers.
Speaking of which, before we end, have you found yourself have to over-censor yourself because of the Power Ranger thing?
I feel like there are plenty of things in the world that I want to post, that I want to retweet, that for me is normal, but I can't post it because I know a kid will be looking at it.
Okay, so it's more of a moral thing. That's like a conscience thing. You're not like under contract. You can never swear again. You have to know your fan base and what they want. I know what they want, and that's just how the ball rolls for us. I love hot, good-looking women. But if I post me and them, I'll get, not that much activity. But if I post me in a freaking Power Ranger suit, it's just like, yeah. But it's all good. It's all good. It's all good, though. I love my fans either way, Until they grow up.
Yeah, I know.
All right, guys. That's all for tonight, folks. And you can always find us at methodologyofthemodernmale.com. You can find us on Instagram at modern.male. You can find us on Twitter at Male Methodology. You can find me pretty much anywhere. If you Google Jerod Zavistoski, and I'm sure my name is it's right there-ish. So, yeah, just Google that, and you'll be good to go. That's it for tonight, folks. Thanks for tuning in to Modern Male Radio.
You're listening to Modern Male Radio with Jerod Zavistoski, right here on LA Talk Radio.